And then we get into a bit of a controversial. That ref was shit, by the way. I didn't even think about that until I've just thought now. That ref was shit. Anthony Taylor, don't ref our games again because you are bollocks. Hello there guys, it's Ben here from SW6 Lions TV. I hope you're all well. Wow. What a game it was last night. Drove up there early doors. Actually, we left about 11 o'clock. And obviously the game was a 5:30 kickoff. Leaving at 11 o'clock, you think, Waves was saying 4.5 hours. I was like, all right, no worries. So scheduled to get there about 3 o'clock. And then it ended up, we were 10 minutes before kickoff we got there. So it was mad. But obviously got there on time. So it was all good. Driving, obviously. Let's get into the game. Wow. I was surprised to see Alonso starting. Obviously Mendy, Christensen, Rudiger, Azpilicueta, Alonso, Reece James, Jorginho, Kante. It was good to see Kante back. And then Havertz, Mount, and Lukaku. Now I was pretty impressed with that lineup. I can't lie. Alonso would be the only one that I'd go, don't know about him. But again, he seems to be picking Alonso at the moment on form. So you got to think Tommy knows better than us. But yeah, the game started off well. I think we started really well. I think Liverpool were on top a little bit, but they weren't threatening. They weren't doing anything. And then I called it. I said this player is gonna have a big performance, and he did. And I'll prove it. So yeah, he's silky, and excuse the pun. He is such a good player. I've been telling people this all week. Liverpool fans, I've been telling them, watch out for... Because that guy is the best on earth. Honestly, he's such a good player. Underrated. But as I've said before, little pockets that he finds and plays the ball off, he's so good. I look at little things like that. I think sometimes we're like, oh, he doesn't always beat a player, or he doesn't always do this or that, but he does the simple things, but he does it so well and makes it look good. So proper buzzing with Havertz again, gets his goal, love it. And then we get into a bit of a controversial. That ref was shit, by the way. I didn't even think about that until I've just thought now. That ref was shit. Anthony Taylor, don't ref our games again because you are bollocks. That was shocking. His arm was down here. And then obviously it's come off his leg as well and hit his arm. Worst way, you give a penalty and you give a yellow card. Because that is not deliberate. That was a joke. And all throughout that game, Liverpool were making fouls after foul after foul. No yellow cards. Joke. Don't want him reffing another game, even though he probably will because he fucking hates us. I don't like him. We knew as soon as that referee got announced, we were all like, no. Because he's a clown. Guy's a clown. But anyway, penalty. The only time Anfield really erupts. Wasn't really impressed with their fans yesterday. Like, when I booked tickets to Anfield, it's my first time there actually. Everyone was like, we're back behind the fans. They're crap, mate. They're crap. I wasn't very impressed with them, like their fans really. They sung "You'll Never Walk Alone" at the start, and that was deafening. And then after that, nothing until they got the penalty. They were poor. They were poor. Anyway, so penalty. Goal, Salah. I honestly thought I could see Mendy getting not undressed, but he was like standing up to watch it. I was like, they're not bringing Mendy on for this. They're not bringing Kepa on for this, surely. But obviously they didn't. And then Reece James gets sent off, so the game has changed. And this is on 45 minutes, bang on. So Salah scores his penalty, half time. Thomas gets him in, and then I was thinking, what does he do? Does he sit back? Does he let them play? Do we just hang on? And against Liverpool, it's hard to do that because they'll get chances. Like, I was watching Liverpool yesterday, and they are a good team. They play so quick. Like Salah, Firmino, Mane, even that Elliot, whatever his name is. He couldn't finish his dinner, but they do play really quick football, and I was quite impressed with them at the start. But then in the second half, we did sit a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit too deep. But you have to against these teams when they're applying that much pressure. But then after, we had a few chances. Like if it wasn't Kovacic taking that left foot, he just bend it in the corner. It might have been on his right foot actually, and he hasn't really hit it. And it's like, if that was anyone else, like I would have stuck Marcus Alonso on that. I fancied him to bury that. That was frustrating, but really good. Chelsea fans, as always, away are amazing. Love going to away games. They're better than home games for me. I just love the whole day, making a day of it. And then we hung on, we did well, and obviously brought on Thiago Silva and Kovacic. Kovacic was really good. Kovacic was probably the best player on the pitch in that second half. Getting the ball, driving with the ball, taking players on. Oh mate, so good. There's a thing that Kovacic does where I'm really impressed, and it takes bollocks to do it as well. Gets the ball, takes it past, gets his body there, and if they do, they're going to foul him. But it's brave play. I watched him yesterday do it to Henderson. He just takes it and gets his body there. So whatever happens, he's going down for a foul. He's getting past him, so he can't tackle him. It's clever and brave. But yeah, I do rate Kovacic highly. And luckily, Kante gone off, and we do have that outlet to bring on. But Jorginho for me was pants yesterday. I've got to say, he was so slow on the ball. Maybe defensively, that was a better game for Kovacic when he buzzes around. I said it might be Kante and Kovacic, but obviously he did start Jorginho, and I wasn't too impressed. And another one, I didn't think Alonso was okay, but it's Alonso, isn't it? You know what you're getting with him. I think he wanted him for like height. People say he wants him for height and stuff, but just we got Rudiger, we got Christensen's not the tallest, but we got Silva. Bringing Silva on was a masterclass. Tuchel won us that game yesterday. Let's have it straight. Tuchel won us that game yesterday. Bringing on Thiago Silva, bringing on Kovacic. It made the difference. Kovacic made the difference, and Thiago Silva being a leader, talking them through the game, mate. That's what it's all about. Thomas Tuchel, you've got a 10 out of 10 for me yesterday. Starting Alonso, maybe a 9. But then again, Chilwell. I don't really rate Chilwell. So it's a tough one. And obviously he sees more than whatever I don't see in training. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one to go against the guy. He can't do no wrong for us. But yeah, come home feeling like a bit of a win. 10 men against Liverpool, you expect to lose really, but we hung on in there. Shows the spirit, shows us this. Into them. Up the Chelsea.